Celtic recorded their second 4-0 win in the league in a row under Martin O'Neill, and we're now just 7 points behind league leaders Hearts at the top of the table. But the win didn't come without a cost, with Marcelo Sirache the latest to pick up a serious looking hamstring injury for the team. This is Tino with the Final Whistle Show, joined here by Miff. Miff, your initial reflections on the win?
Hello Tino, hello listeners. Job done is my initial reflection, to be honest with you. Scoreline is pretty emphatic, but I felt between the first and the second goals it was a bit meh at times. We had good chances and we could have put the game to bed earlier, but probably a wee reoccurrence at times of that slower play. But the changes that Celtic then made a huge difference as well. So all in all, delighted, especially with Hearts stuttering and Rangers going up to Dens Park and getting the job done. It was nice for us to be so emphatic with our margin of victory at home to a Kilmarnock side who historically do make it very sticky for us.
Yeah, we cover the pre-match. I was recording with Greg just the other day, and we try and, as best we can, work out a starting 11. None of us, and I would predict nobody anywhere, had Jemai Simpson-Puisé starting at right back. What do you think of his inclusion? How do you think he done?
I thought he done perfectly well. He did look like a centre half playing right back at times. He was very, very unwilling to kind of go beyond the man in front of him, make any sort of overlapping runs, and even at times we need space just to drive into the space. But he did deliver a few balls in. I think it's just going to listen. The bizarre squad management that's happened prior to Rodgers' exit just comes even more to the fore. That a group of coaches have went in there and saw fit to include him in the starting lineup. But that aside, I think he looked very dominant in there. There was one he misjudged and he ran underneath. Other than that, I thought he dealt really well with what was an aerial bombardment from Kelly. You could see their tactic was to try and win free kicks and just shell it into the box, and as is their right when they've got some tall players that can cause a bit of hassle for us. But I thought we stood up to that very well as a team, and I thought Simpson-Puisé emerged with credit after his performance.
Yeah, I think Kelly have got some big old units in their team. Least of all the number 9 that come on. Is it James Jules, something like that? Massive, like head and shoulders above Liam Scales and Austin Trusty, and they're big dudes themselves. So, and it's clearly a tactic, but they never nailed their set pieces, free kicks and corners. Nothing really came off. And I think you need to give credit to Celtic's backline, who once again done a decent job. And Austin Trusty picks up man of the match, and another really decent game for him. And I think since his return, he's barely put a foot wrong, Miff, and it's pleasing to see a bit of stability there.
Absolutely, and for all these players that can't play in certain sides, you've got Trusty right side centre half, Maeda playing right wing, looking fairly accomplished while doing so. Like I say, just make some of the decisions that were made before even all the more bizarre. But all we can concentrate on is what's happening just now. And if we can get that, we were all very fearful when Carter Vickers was injured. But if we can get that sort of consistency of selection, especially with the two centre halves and the goalkeeper, that generally tends to be a really good foundation to build on for a solid defence. So Austin Trusty's performed with tremendous credit since he's come back in, and will make continue.
Yeah, I think he's been great, and it's good to see. I think he's also had a call-up for the US national team, so he will go away in his travels over the next couple of weeks, and that in itself gives the player a big boost, so pleased to see that. Celtic, not famed this season for scoring early, but we've done so today, and it's Johnny Kenny, and he's a man who continues to encourage debate. Some are for him, some aren't, but you can't knock it when he just continues to score goals, and fair play to him. I thought it was a real striker's goal, just pouncing and being in the right place at the right time, and credit to him.
I think I'll always be for a striker that scores goals. Tino, I find it harsh to judge him and what he's done so far when he has had no run of games. He's now playing in the team and he's scoring goals with a run of games. I think if you had told us he would start the games that he started and give us the goal return that he's given us, you would have taken it. So can he improve in other areas of his game? Absolutely. But has he risen to the challenge?
That's the end of the preview on this bonus episode from Celtic Exchange, but the full episode's available right now over on Patreon, which is where you'll find all of our additional shows, including pre- and post-match for every game, a range of bonus features, plus the daily podcast, which we record every weekday morning. As a member, you'll also get access to our exclusive members-only Celtic Chat community and a host of other benefits, all for just £5 a month. And you can be there in just a few clicks by heading to patreon.com/Celtic Exchange, where you'll join the growing community of Celtic fans who now get more from Celtic Exchange each and every week. So that's patreon.com/Celtic Exchange, or simply click the link in the show notes for this episode.